Bicentennial Capital Mall State Park, commonly known as Bicentennial Mall, is an urban linear park in downtown Nashville, Tennessee, United States. The park is located on 19 acres, 77,000 meters squared, northwest of Tennessee State Capitol, and is considered an extension of the Capitol grounds. It is modeled on the National Mall in Washington State, D.C., and incorporates classical Greek, Baroque, and Beaux Arts architecture. It functions as an outdoor museum that uses symbolism to showcase the history, geography, culture, and musical heritage of Tennessee through a series of monuments, walkways, and interpretive displays. It is also landscaped with plants that are native to Tennessee, receiving more than 2.5 million visitors annually. It is the most visited in the 61 state parks in Tennessee and one of the most visited public spaces in Nashville. I wish it was 6-7 though. French Lick Creek passes through the site of the mall, which contains springs that attracted game wildlife and was an important hunting ground for Native Americans. These springs were later utilized by the first European explorers and settlers to the area in the 18th century. The site was prone to flooding from nearby Cumberland River and was not permanently settled until the arrival of German immigrants in the 1830s. When Nashville became the permanent state capital, the Capitol building was constructed on a hillside of the site. French Lick Creek became contaminated with garbage and raw sewage and was later channelized and buried in a brick sewer tunnel. The area fell into despair in early 20th century, and many structures on and around the site were subsequently demolished as part of the large-scale urban renewal project funded by the Housing Act of 1949. Beginning in the mid-20th century, several tall buildings were constructed around the Capitol, and some people began advocating for preserving the view from the Capitol of the north to the north. My hand, I can't scroll. I don't know why I cannot scroll my computer. Oh, I somehow clicked the button that blocked my input. I don't care about editing it out. It's good. The park was designed by Truck Hilton Architects in 1992 and 1993 and required coordination with several state agencies. Groundbreaking occurred on June 27, 1994, and the park was dedicated on June 1st, 1996, the 200th anniversary of Tennessee's statehood. Additional features planned for the park, including a cannoli, carnal, I don't know what that says, and a walkway recognizing donors, were initially delayed due to its funding constraints, but were added in succeeding years. The park struggled with maintenance difficulties and in its early years. Since then, it has been recognized as a cultural and historical landmark. In 2018, the Tennessee State Museum moved the northwest counter of the park, or corner for the park, followed in 2021 by the Tennessee State Library and Archives, which moved the northeast corner of the park. The incorporation of these entities into the mall complex fulfilled design concepts that were first envisioned during the initial planning of the park. Description: the 19-acre park is the smallest of the Tennessee's 61 state parks, modeled on the National Mall in Washington, D.C., landscape park features design elements and symbols that provide visitors with information on Tennessee's history, national features, natural features, attractions, landmarks, and musical heritage. The park's architects stated theme was the land, the people, and the music of Tennessee. It incorporates a number of classical Greek, Greek, and Buick's art influences. The mall is bordered by Jefferson Street and the Germantown Historic District on the north, James Robertson Parkway on the south, 6th Avenue North on the east, and 7th Avenue on the northwest. 6-7. On-street parking is provided along the 6th and 7th Avenue for visitors to the mall and other nearby locations, and the entire park is easily accessible by foot or bike. It is situated directly northwest of the hill that contains the Tennessee State Capitol, which is located across James Robertson Parkway and is distinctly visible from the park. It is considered an extension of the Capitol grounds and designed to integrate seamlessly into the surrounding cityscape. The Nashville Farmers Market is to the park's immediate west. The Tennessee State Museum is located directly west of the park north end, and the Tennessee State Library and Archives is east of the north end. Multiple state office buildings are also located nearby. Both sides of the mall are lined with tulip poplars, Tennessee state trees, and all trees and shrubs in the park are native to Tennessee. Whoa, this is really long. Tennessee Plaza and Railroad Trestle. On the southern end of the mall is the Tennessee Plaza, the defining feature of which is the Tennessee Map Plaza. This is a 200 by 50 foot wide green granite map of the state that showcases its cities, countries, rivers, major highways, and railroads. Pigmentation is used to script city and country names, and interstate highways are indicated in gold pipe pinstripes. The stone surface is polished to highlight rivers, which is intended to produce a shimmering appearance of waterways, similar to what is observed by aircraft. The map is slightly tilted to improve visibility from Capitol Hill. Each country seat contains a flush-mounted light, which turns on at night. 8 smaller, elevated granite maps angled below the map plaza illustrate the state's geology, original inhabitants, territory, transportation, land cover, recreational opportunities, musical heritage, and topography. One of these maps is the description of the map Tennessee produced in 1795. Directly east of the map is a large compass rose that indicates its orientation. South of the map is the 0 milestone marker, which contains the T-dot, a node to the Tennessee Department of Transportation. 3 grass terraces that generally slope downward are located between the map plaza and James Robson Parkway. A 300-foot-long, 91 meters, steel railroad trestle crosses the park directly south to the map plaza. It carries a Marine Line railroad operated by CSX Transportation. At each end of the trestle are limestone bridges that cross the 6th and 7th Avenue respectively. These bridges utilize the Greek Revival architecture style of the Tennessee State Capitol, and on each side are inscribed with 1796 and 1996 on the left and right. I can't read that word, abtments, respectively. trestle is painted white to reflect the light onto the area beneath and complete the surrounding aesthetics. The columns extend slightly outwards from the bottom to the top to correspond with the previous wooden trestle that once occupied the site. The park's visitor-centered restrooms and several picnic tables are located underneath the trestle. Near each end of the trestle to the south flies a 12 by 18, 3.7 by 5.5 meter Tennessee flag, which each is surrounded by 8 5 by 8, 1.5 by 2.4 meter Tennessee flags. Large flag commemorate the state's bicentennial celebration, and the small flags represent Tennessee's status of the 16th admitted state to the Union. The placement of the flags was inspired by the work of André Le Nordier at the Palace of Versatilities.